Welcome to Reality After Show coverage of the Challenge USA Season 2, Episodes 8 and 9. That's right, we've been doing 2. Let's keep 2 going. I'm Jonny Fairplay, star of House of Villains, coming up on E! October 12th. That's right, your new fall hit. Whew, it's amazing. Jonny Bananas is there, so that's important for me to mention since we are covering the Challenge USA, and Jonny Bananas is there. I'm joined by Dan Montchal and Alex Trias, challenge experts. So speaking of House of Villains and people that are on the cast, I am in Boston, Massachusetts on October 19th at the greatest bar in Boston. It's me and Jax Taylor from Vanderpump Rules. Holy moly, we're watching House of Villains episode 2. Tickets available at villaintix.com. That's villaintix.com. VIP will sell out. This guy, I don't know if people love or hate Jax, but they want to see him. And I know how popular I am, so I'm pretty happy with that. So so come join me October 19th in Boston. The night before, I'll be doing a Survivor viewing party with Brett LaBelle and Lyrsa and some others. Some surprise guests. That means they're on the cast. Go to survivortix.com for that. That's survivortix.com for that. And one last plug. What's it? In 2 weeks, Wednesday, September 27th, the Survivor 45 premiere party. That's right. It's a new season. We have Jesse and Carla and Dwight from season 43, Eliza from 9 and 16, Sydney, the star of season 41. She told me so herself. She means it. Victoria from season 38, and Brooke, winner of The Amazing Race. Much more important than Dusty or the other guy whose name we never bothered to remember. That is at Bounce Nightclub in New York City, Wednesday, September 27th. If you've never been to a Survivor viewing party, this is the one to go to. Go to survivortix.com. That's survivortix.com. Whew.
Man, Jonny, living a busy life.
Busy man.
Yeah.
The villainry looks good on you.
Yes, thank you. So I'm wearing a stupid New Balance shirt. I was hanging out with Vanilla Ice when we did Celebrity Bull Riding, and Thunder D, who did the Dead Grandma Lie with me on Survivor, he ran a New Balance flagship store, and he goes, Vanilla Ice, any pair of shoes in here you want, any shoes you want, they're free. And he goes, you know the N on the side of New Balance? He's like, yeah. He goes, that stands for nerd. So I have to apologize for my workout T-shirt. I've actually been mowing the grass. So the life of a celebrity, it's so insane and crazy and we're just like you, according to Star Magazine.
We're just you are just like us.
Yes, just like you. All right, so let's go back in time. Episode 8, Independence Day. Previously on the challenge, Michaela destroyed Tiffany.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dunked on her.
Okay. No more teams, and boom, episode begins. Big Brother sticking together, and they need to. They are short in numbers, but not in stature, because Fessy is a former Big Brother, and he is the tallest person there, as we learned on the next challenge.
Yes. I'll hold my comments for that, for his strategy.
So proud of his work. We do see here, and holy moly, can I attest to this? Bananas does not talk a lot of game. This is facts. I have never seen anyone in the history of reality television talk less game than Jonny Bananas. Doesn't believe it.
I think that would surprise a lot of listeners, because you'd think, oh, Jonny, he's running all over the house. Maybe not now, but used to anyway.
Master strategist, Jonny Bananas. He's a firm believer in loose lips sink ships. You talk to the people you need to talk to. You talk to them once. Believe in what you're doing. Pick the right people first. You're good to go.
Which makes sense. Like, there's a reason why he's won so many times. And, like, you hear people complain about, like, oh, he always gets in. We always let him get in. Like, it's not that you are letting him get to the end. Like, he makes himself necessary to your game. And then before you realize it, you're like, well, okay, I guess I have to beat him in the final.
Yeah. So, all right. So Well, speaking of not talking a lot of game, he was not talking a lot of game to Michaela. And Michaela likes that Bananas doesn't talk because she sees everyone else. Michaela knows everything going on with everyone in this entire house. And I am so impressed with Michaela. So what we saw on Survivor was impressive. What we saw last time on the challenge was not.
No.
But I think this version of Michaela on the challenge may be the best version of Michaela we've seen on anything she's ever done.
I think this was not saying this was set up for Michaela to be successful, but I think this style, like doing it through CBS, having, not that she has connections that way, but I just think there's more of a familiarity. Like you have a better idea of who you're working alongside instead of the 3 Survivor people that you're going into house with and immediately
turning
backstab.
on.
So
and writing notes about everyone else because you don't know them.
And then but having that failure, I think, was even more important for her coming into here because now she's like, I've had my hand slapped 3 times, twice by Survivor, once by the challenge. I'm not letting people make a fool out of me.
Yeah. So
I was surprised she said she wanted to work with Wes.
Well, she literally just says she wants to work with the strong men and like she's seeing the Big Brother Alliance, she's seeing the Veteran Alliance, she's seeing the Survivor Alliance. She knows how these alliances are playing out and where she is in the pecking order of each of those. And I think she's very happy with the pecking order of the Survivor Alliance. Like she has enough communication running through her and just keeping her ears open to everything. She's fine there. And she knows the veterans are going to stick with the veterans, and she knows that Big Brother that there's not an opportunity there because if she does go there, they're going to rat her out.
Yeah,
right.
So knowing all of that, knowing that she is in the best alliance she could put herself in, if you're going to open yourself up to a secondary alliance that does not go against your primary alliance, an alliance of working with strong men and women makes the most sense. I mean, like that, it's just logic.
Yeah.
But I never viewed Michaela as a logical player until this episode.
No, but I mean, you could see a little bit at bits and pieces, like her first Survivor season, because that was part of the reason why, like, Jay turned on her and got rid of her. Was she laid out for him exactly. This is my thought process, and that was ultimately what did her in.
Yeah, but they really do. They put all the pieces together of show. I mean, I've always loved Michaela as a character, but I saw her more of as a character reality star than a complete package reality star. And like I said, it was obviously there. I mean, like she played 2 incredible games on Survivor.
Yeah, and you have great players wanting to align with her.
Yeah. And I think does everything really well is outside of that, hiccup on her first season of the challenge is for the most part, when she comes back, she realizes she's good at self-reflecting. Where did I make this error? And let's correct it so I don't do it again and can play an even better game my next time out.
Yeah, and like she's such a good physical competitor. Like the things that got her in trouble in Survivor, in theory, shouldn't get her in trouble in a challenge format because like it's not that you're getting voted out. Like even if you get voted out, like you still have a chance to win yourself back. And I would say amongst the field, Michaela has more times than not will likely come back. I think down there.
I think she beats. I think she can beat anyone in anything, but I think amongst the women, I think her going into the season, I think Desi was a front runner in our minds.
Yeah.
At this point in this game, I feel it's Tori and Michaela, and based on what the eliminator is, Michaela can easily beat Tori.
Right, and
based on the eliminator.
Yeah. But even like if we get to the daily for episode 8, like Tori is also starting to show that she's starting to figure out the things that were the weaker part of her like challenge game in the competition side of things. Like the mental puzzles of it all was not her thing.
The chemistry of it all.
Yeah, the chemistry. And some people find that, that's hot.
Okay, there you go. All right,
very attractive personalities.
Very
Yes.
attractive personality. Yeah.
Conversely, Alyssa doesn't like lying and has to cry about it.
I feel so bad because it was like this had to be like they're stretching for some B-roll for her because she's gonna be a semi focal point of the episode.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, she's crying here. Let's make it work.
Yeah, let's show her cry.
That's what's important.
Let's show her cry and let's show Tyler telling her stop crying.
Yeah. We have to know that they are serious.
Yes. Okay, well, it's time for our daily Spelunkers. Get it? Spelunkers. It's spelling and, well, it's not really, I guess it's kind of spelling and then spelunking. Can I give you guys a little fun fact that you may not know?
Please.
Of course.
Okay, well, while spelunking, you see stalactites and stalagmites. Do you know the difference?
I don't.
Nope.
Stalactites are tight to the ground. Stalagmites might fall down.
This is an educational podcast, folks.
Yeah.
It is. I'm hoping to work in a fart joke later, if possible. I don't have one written. But...
Oh, damn. You should have just saved that for your Big Brother coverage.
I was going to say, save it for Wayne.
I know. I haven't watched Big Brother in 2 weeks.
Honestly, it's actually starting to get good.
I know. I'm keeping up. Unfortunately, I'm just gonna watch and be like, I know. So no, my life is crazy right now. But,
yeah.
I don't know. New fall hit. Sorry, #1 show on cable this fall. Get ready. October 12th, House of Villains on E. You'll love it. Anyway,
but yeah, for lock splunkers. So for this challenge, there's 2 lock boxes or a lockbox within a lockbox. In order to open them, you need codes that you can find first through swimming into the water. There's a word search puzzle down in the murky water. Find a common theme amongst the words you can find there. Open the first lockbox, then swim to the cave. A bigger word search. Find a common theme there. Open the second lockbox. This is a timed thing. Fastest man and woman to complete the challenge. Win power, safe from elimination, and will nominate 2 people.
Okay, so Cassidy gets only one word, panther, and understands that it's cats. And so she has a huge lead over everyone else. And then everyone else, they just decide to guess. And Alyssa, God bless her, guesses the word cats.
Good for her. Good for her.
Meanwhile, while Cassie's standing there with a 12-minute lead over everyone, cannot figure out dance, and Fessel and Alyssa get dance, decide not to share that with Cassidy, of course, and so boom, they get it. So next we see Johnny Bananas single-handedly figuring out pause, tells everyone else the word pause, not the word tiger, of course, and so everyone thinks that it's stop or play or everything else. And yes, so Bananas moves on to the next round, or moves on to the winner side with Chanel, and then this group is the best. It is Wes and Tori and
Michelle and Sebastian.
Michelle and Sebastian. They're all sharing information because they're all in cahoots together. As long as they share, they can win. Everything's good. Wes gets cats, decides not to share. Tori gets dance, doesn't share either. Wow. These challenge veterans are.
I think this challenge perfectly sums up Wes's experience so far on USA 2. Is he comes in, he thinks that he's smarter than everyone else. He thinks he's going to game the system, and then it ends up blowing up in his face. And that's essentially what's happened to him all season long.
And it's because he has to have the arc, Dan. He has to have everyone's against me. I need power. I love power. So, F y'all. But if I lose, why didn't you guys help me? Like, I'm just trying. I'm retiring after this season. Like, I'm going to have a kid. I'm going to have businesses. Like, how could you do this to me?
I honestly hope that Wes does come back after this, simply because this can't be the note that he leaves on, because it's an awful look for him. It's not good.
It's such a weird season for him.
I watched with the girlfriend earlier today. We watched both episodes 8 and 9, and she was just like, and this is the same person I think liked Wes last time she saw like watching All Stars. She was like, he sucks. Is he? I mean, is he not likable to any? Are there viewers that are enjoying this version of Wes? Because this is not the version I like.
I feel like if you're a West, like the West fans, like it
West
doesn't
stan?
matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, the West stands.
If you like the song, if you like the song "Stand" by Eminem and Wes, and there's a Venn diagram and you're in it,
It's just a circle.
oh, I had no idea.
Yeah,
I feel like it's two circles.
Well, it's like I've been noticing this a lot with this season of Big Brother with Sari in the game and with the challenge test as a whole. It's like if you're a fan of someone, it does not matter if they suck or if they're doing something. You're like, this isn't that great. You're going to be rooting for them regardless. You're going to be a big fan of them regardless, even
That's
if
not true.
Like, it's not good.
I like Wes, and I don't like this Wes.
Well, because you're a normal fan.
Yeah, you're normal and logical. But yeah, anywhere that you go on the internet, it's just no one can ever admit that someone they're rooting for, like if they, like a Wes, Bananas, whoever, they can't admit they made a mistake. They stick to it like, no, you don't understand, and they stick up for him. It's just like, no, everyone makes mistakes. You can say, hey, this isn't his best game, but there's the circles where he can't, and he's throwing this giant pity party and trying to turn it into $25 Patreon subscriptions.
Well, it's just because they're betas.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's just betas.
Is this service in beta mode? He hasn't figured out his I don't understand his social platform. Anyway, yes. So Chris Underwood's group is working together, and as a result, Josh and Desi win. But apparently this is not the greatest group because Tori smoked everyone by 6 minutes, and it comes down to Josh and Bananas wins.
As he should.
Yes.
As he should.
Yes. So Bananas reveals he wants to work with strong women because he doesn't want to get Enzo'd at the end of this season.
It's music to Desi's ears.
Is that now a verb in Challenge USA lore?
It should be.
Yeah.
What do they call it? It's not lore. What do they call it in like Star Wars when you grab the stuff from like the comics and
like canon.
Canon, yes, yes. Yeah. So it is being Enzo'd canon for Challenge USA.
Oh, it absolutely is canon.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I feel like it is.
But like all this makes sense. Like Tori's like I could do a big shot if I wanted to, but the odds of my big shot actually hitting is probably small. And then I have all the girls against me, whereas I could just pick Alyssa, and then essentially the rest of the girls should throw me a bone.
Yeah. She does not want to compete against the strongest girls, in which she's smart. However, we just started individual competition. So it like TJ is like, you never know when the final's going to be. I'm just like, not next week.
No.
So yeah, no, if you're Tori, it's just like, yeah, shoot your shot, but like shoot your shot later.
Yeah.
Right. And it's the same thing with Bananas with like why they ultimately aren't gonna fire a shot at Survivor yet is there's 7 of them. Like we at best we take one of that 7 out, we have 6 of them coming at us. Yeah. And then and I think they're in that tricky spot. If they turn on Survivor now, the Survivor and the Big Brother people come back together, and then it's all looking at the vets again.
Well, if you're a challenge vet, you want any of the Survivor girls other than Cassidy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How it's shown right now, yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, I would enjoy running with Cassidy, but like, like on the river walk, not on TJ's Final. She seems like a very awesome person. I just feel like, and I feel like she is surprising a lot of people.
Which, like, I feel like that was the same story that when we watched her in Survivor, because like she said, when we got into the individual immunity phase, like I was the one winning all of them. Like,
yeah, but she beat a bunch of nerds. Sorry,
yeah.
Sorry, Jesse.
No, I think she's someone that, like, if she's around at the final, she isn't necessarily going to be a hindrance where it's going to be the anchor. You're not going to get Enzo'd with her, but she's not going to be someone you're going to be psyched to be partnered up with, being like, this is where I can build a lead or make a comeback.
She is playing with stud women. Think about it.
The levels is just
Tori, Desi, Michaela.
Chanel's been showing out.
Chanel, yeah.
I mean, in the history of the challenge, add in Cara Maria, those could be the 5 greatest TJ's Final runners ever. Potentially.
On paper.
On paper, of all time. So no shade towards Cassidy, but come on.
Yeah.
I
mean, it goes without saying that you look ahead at episode 9 and who are the people that get in trouble.
Yeah.
It's because even though you are still a few weeks away from the final, when options are getting a little slimmer based off of who you want to run the final with, unfortunately, Cassie is someone who's going to be looked at more.
Yes. So, well, the noms are Alyssa and Tyler. It only makes sense. It's too soon to shoot your shot. And Tyler wants to be a guy so he can save his girl. And I'm like, good on you, dude. You're quite the shining, the knight in shining armor. And so it's time to go to the bar. But guess what? Tori and Sebastian aren't going to the bar because they want to do horrible things on everyone's pillow. But what?
Hey, Jonny, what's your middle name?
Oh,
wow. Oh my God.
Hey, babe. What's your middle name? What's your middle name? I'm not being weird. What's your middle name? Are you into that? She just laughed.
It's like, what else are you supposed to? How are you supposed to react to that? Like, it's bad.
Sebastian does much better when there's weed involved.
I would have to imagine.
Yes.
Hard to be worse.
No, he does. I've seen Sebastian in action when there's weed involved. He's much better.
A lot smoother.
Oh, yeah. And his eyebrows look less weird. Or more weird. Depends on how much you smoke. But it's a different story for a different time. So Banana says to Chanel and Michaela, Alyssa is a layup. You want to keep her around. And I'm just like, look at Banana's taking a little bit of strategy to 2 girls he wants to run the final with.
Yep.
And he's also explaining that Alyssa is not one of them.
He's like, she's okay. She is the worst of the girls remaining.
Yes.
I think the pitch there is just you keep her till what you think is the final elimination.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get rid of her. That way, in case any of them get voted down, it's, well, hey, you're going down against Alyssa. You're not going down against like a Tori, a Desi, Michaela.
Well,
like
if you're Tori, you want Alyssa around to go into what you think is potentially the last eliminator, and you want to beat Alyssa to, like, to show that you like. Tori appreciates stuff like she's like, I earned my spot here. I want an eliminator. Let's not talk about who I beat. It was a hall.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's Tori versus Alyssa in a hall brawl. We're not going to talk about that, but she won.
Yes, it's like the equivalent of the wrestling fans. Like, Tori wants the squash match.
Yes,
she does not want a real contending match.
She does not want Chanel in a hall brawl.
No. She wants Alyssa there. She wants Cassie there, someone that she can really dominate a physical challenge on, and really like use that to flex your muscles of like, I can do that to you. I don't want to.
All right,
So
real
just
quick.
avoid it.
Real quick. Tori versus Chanel in a hall brawl. Who wins?
Tori.
Probably Tori, but I don't think it's
Based on
as much of
experience
a
alone, or like
experience.
Yeah.
I think Tori's just bigger. Like, she's bigger, she's stronger. I think
Chanel has strong legs.
I think Chanel. I got money on Chanel's legs.
But I think you also go to experience, because you say, Chanel probably has never done a hall brawl. It was Jenny West, who's much bigger than Tori, had never done anything like that, and Tori wrecked her.
Yeah.
You have to know how to use the muscle that you got.
Was it double agents when they're going through that thing? Like, Tori was wrecking girls on that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think Chanel has the ability to wreck, but like, I feel like mentally and experience wise, Tori has an extra level of challenge. Vets know how to hurt you if they need to hurt you,
and they don't have they'll be sympathetic after. They're not going to be sympathetic during.
Yeah. Whereas I think Chanel is just a better person. Like, I'm not gonna
give her a couple seasons.
I want Chanel to turn into that.
Exactly.
And it would be a tough ask, because assuming it would probably be also Chanel's first elimination. Maybe there'd be one more prior to that, but so that's a tough ask. Your first elimination down near the final, and you're going against Tori in a physical elimination.
There's nerves. There's the mental. There's so much. Okay, Tori versus Desi.
That's chalk. That's just straight chalk. There's no over under. It's just even. It's both minus 110. Okay. Go for it.
Where you at, Dan?
I think I'd still lean Tori, but not like convincingly.
I think it's even. All right, Michaela.
Michaela's a tricky one, because
I think so too.
Michaela's strong, but she's
crafty. And you saw her workout deal.
Yeah.
Holy, like, I'm sure Tori has and we've seen her work out with Devin with his broken cigarette, but we saw Michaela in the middle of the night with a pretty legit workout routine.
And you also have to think about the challenge, the elimination that she lost in the MTV version of the show, where it was a 2-partner thing. There was a moment where she was manhandling all 4 people, including the other 3 people. And then it just ended up being Corey Lay was able to beat whoever her partner was, and then outweight them. But she has the muscle. It's just a matter of, does she know the mechanic of how to make the initial hit? If she knows the mechanic to make the initial hit, she's winning.
I lean Michaela on that one.
Wow. How insane is this?
I also think Michaela's just not scared. She will not have nerves down there.
All right.
It's another, I think it's close, where I wouldn't be surprised either way, but I think I'd lean Michaela.
Tori versus Cara Maria.
Cara.
Who I'm hanging out with tomorrow with Paulie. Oh. They're in Raleigh.
Are you talking about, if we're talking about modern Cara or prime Cara, Cara's winning. Cara in her first couple seasons, she's not winning. But the Cara now, she'll manhandle most of the guys.
Her thighs are bigger than my waist.
Well, even Cara, like you mentioned, when she was at the beginning, when she was smaller or whatever, she was still winning a ton of eliminations like that.
Yeah,
the elimination ring was Cara's domain.
Yeah, but she wasn't competing against players like Desi, Chanel.
She had Laurel.
Yeah, but I think Challenge USA on the female side has gone to an elite class.
I think they did a good job with picking for the most part, the people that they saw as these are the contenders when they're making their cast board. These are the people that are going to be contenders. They're not surprised that these people are there.
So, if you're going to continue to call us, the challenge experts, I would be remiss if you're saying, is the potential there that this could be an elite class? yes, but I think going like your Cara, your Laurel, your Evelyn, your Rachel Robinson, like there's a lot of really
Even the canceled people like a Camilla,
yeah, that I think they have a lot more that needs to be done before we can kind of say
the potential's there.
No, yeah, just on paper, nothing more.
Yeah, on paper.
Okay.
Chef's Kiss, great group.
So okay, I apologize.
Earn your stripes.
Oh no.
I apologize. Knowledge experts. All right, so Big Brother wants Sebastian in, and it's time for the eliminator. The votes are in, and it's Sebastian and Monty with the majority of the votes. One on Cassidy. Of course, Wes has to put one on Cassidy just to be a dick, which I do appreciate that.
I do appreciate it, and I also sort of wish we could have seen the reaction of it landing on Cassidy and just see what Wes did.
Well, the crazy thing was she really wanted to just throw one on him and didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that bothered her more than life itself. She's like, of course I didn't, and this asshole does. So good on you, Wes. That was good TV. It's Monty, and the eliminator is Too Cool for Spool. What's Too Cool for Spool, Alex?
I actually really enjoyed this elimination. You are attached to a spinning spool with a podium on top. At the end of the hill, there is another podium with a pyramid of balls. You have to collect all those balls, bring it to your spool, and recreate the pyramid on the spool as it's rotating. I really enjoyed the idea of this challenge. I don't think
like just grabbing balls. Is that what you're into?
Oh yeah, obviously.
Gotta do the work.
You know, like, hey, we saw Tyler was really into it. He was putting the balls in his mouth.
He was putting. I didn't see how that was physically possible.
He also did a weird thing in like the
spongy balls.
They had to have been at least somewhat spongy.
Yeah. Man,
sorry, Alex.
Where's the Blue Chew ads when we need them?
Sorry, Alex. Go back to the weird thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh no, there was a weird editing thing where like when it like cuts to commercial, even though I watched on Paramount Plus as any normal person should, where he has the ball in his mouth, but he's walking backwards, like bringing the ball with him down. So I don't know. It looked weird. I like the idea of the challenge. It obviously was a long challenge. It requires a lot of core work, a lot of patience. I
don't think they were expecting a 3-hour challenge.
No.
TJ was into it.
Yeah, I think TJ loved every time they built it and then it fell. I think he loved that.
It's like, oh, you're almost there. You're almost there.
I'm guessing there was humidity at factor that was not during the planning stage. There was something strange was afoot in that. There is no way they were planning on a 3-hour. Production doesn't want to be there that long. No one does.
No, I think they were expecting there'd be, there's a learning curve. Maybe it takes 30, 45 minutes because, each person's going to have their stack fall once or twice, but they'll figure out the little gimmick and bam, they're done.
Yeah. It was a good competition though, and this is like my favorite type of thing where you have two friends having to go against each other in elimination, and so they're both. The only thing I didn't like was they were both like positivly talking to each other.
No, that's not how we do it. Whenever we're hanging out, Alex, we're always naked leg wrestling. There is no positivity.
Yep. No, only negativity.
Only negativity. And then Dan, he's just scissor me, daddy. I'm like, stop it. Weird. Oh, scissor me, daddy ass. Sorry. forgot the last part. It's a wrestling reference, people. It's the Acclaim.
Gotta have dreams.
So Tyler had it. So does Monty. And then again and again. Tyler wins 3 hours. Good stuff. Good TV.
Yeah.
All right. Episode 9, Enemy of the State. They're just naming random.
I hate this.
Will Smith movies.
Yeah, I guess. So there's 7 survivors still, and Fessel does explain to the viewers at home that he thinks the game is easier to have the time go by when you're having sex with someone.
But it's not good for their games.
It's not good for your game.
But you know why it's not good for the games? Because it's not having sex with him.
Yes, but it does make the time go by a lot easier if you're having sex in the house.
I mean, like, what else are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta ask people their middle names? Jesus. All right.
This was just a nice reminder that he was actually in the house. I feel like it's been a few weeks since we've seen
it has.
I will admit, I'm gonna be saying nice stuff about Festival this episode, though.
Oh, we'll get there. All right. So people are noticing that Chris Underwood is squirrely, and that person is Michaela, and she is speaking for the entire house, and she gives him one warning, and one warning only.
She's like, Chris, I see things ahead of time. I can see into the future.
Yes.
My crystal ball says you're fucked.
Yeah.
Unless you stop right now.
Yeah.
So that I can just take you out later.
Yeah.
Like, you're still going to go out, but
Chris's dad bod is going away too. Like
as the longer that you're in the house. I think they said that they've been in the house for like about a month now.
Yeah. And
you can tell he's doing the challenge workout.
Yeah. He was not expecting the call.
No.
So and he just had he literally just had a kid, and he was just like, dude, I got like, when you just have a kid, you get dad fat. I mean, like, say you're an athletic person and your significant other is athletic as well, and they've been pregnant for 9 months and they just have a kid. You're like, hey, so you want to go back to the gym? And they're like, go F yourself. And it's like, all right, well, I would love a snack too. Where's the Flamin' Hot Cheetos?
Well, It's not surprising that he wasn't expecting the call, because I thought it was a weird cash choice. Now, I don't mind him on the show. I thought he's had his good moments. But
I love him on the show.
If you're pulling from like prior to this being like, okay, we need male survivors for the Challenge USA, he wouldn't be my first few picks. Like, I could definitely see him on the list.
Wendell was a pick, and he did the GOAT instead. Just because the timing did not work out with this for him having his kid.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Wendell was supposed to be here.
Man, that would have been fun.
Of course, I love Wendell's one of my favorite people on the planet, but I'm loving sloppy Chris Underwood.
No, I think Chris, how he's playing right now, I love the sloppiness. It's great TV. It's great for the show.
Who are the other Survivor guys? Okay, so Sebastian, I've enjoyed him on the show. I great pull. I mean, because I didn't think we got enough of Seabass on Ghost Island.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if you follow his Instagram, I mean, like the guy lives in the water, and they usually work in plenty of water stuff. And I wanted to see him excel at that versus every season of Survivor, but Ghost Island was so like water. And then Ghost Island was like, let's keep it on the land and do fake stuff that we'll stop talking about after 6 episodes.
Yeah, they were the only guys though cast from Survivor.
So
the rest are the 5. It's Michelle, Desi, Chanel, Michaela, and Cassidy.
So I'm okay with those 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, take out an Amazing Race person.
I still do not understand that. Like
you could have took those 2 guys out, put 2 other Survivor guys in, or Big Brother. I don't care.
I think the final nail in the coffin for the Amazing Race is the ratings after the season. So we're doing 90-minute episodes of Survivor, followed by 90-minute episodes of the Amazing Race. The ratings for those 90-minute Amazing Races have got like, what's worse than dog shit? I think they're going to be right there.
Well, and I think they're already looking at that because they already had a season in the can that they are passing over at the moment. They're putting this other season that they filmed after on, and I've been hearing that the other one's just going straight to they'll stream it on Paramount Plus.
Oh,
like how they do Challenge All Stars and stuff.
Oh, I love it.
Well, speaking of going to the can, we may be in trouble with the future of All Stars.
Oh no, what?
Nothing's been out there, but there's been some rumblings or whatever that with them holding off with All Stars 4 or whatever, that it isn't guaranteed that it'll keep going after 4. I think they'll definitely release it at some point, but I don't think it's a guarantee that there will be a 5.
Why?
Well, I'm not. That's a weird thing to go off of, just because, like, in terms of you get the challenge fans by doing All Stars. Like, they will subscribe to Paramount Plus to watch that.
Are they?
I don't think the numbers are like high, but like the people who want to watch the challenge already have Paramount Plus because it has almost all the seasons now.
I know. Like, I feel like Paramount Plus is the least cool streaming app there is. But I mean,
yeah.
Like, I love it. I mean, like, Survivor and the challenge. I think it's great. But like, CBS isn't cool.
No.
So as a result, like so you're asking cool people to download and pay for the CBS streaming service. They're just like, nah, I got Netflix and Hulu. I'm good.
Right. Yeah. But the hope, I think, would be, even if they stop All Stars, since it's now like after season 40 on MTV, I still am on the premise that it's going to switch over to CBS/Paramount Plus. You can start filtering the people that are challenge ready of All Stars and mixing them in with CBS people and MTV people.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
If it has to come to that, but
it has to come to that. I love the All Stars concept.
I loved All Stars too,
and I want P to still have a job.
Yeah. All right. So it's the daily speed jumps. What speed jumps, Alex?
Trampolines. So stage 1, everyone has a trampoline, which they made sure to say has been made tailored to your height and who you are. You'll be jumping to peek over a wall where there's a board with a bunch of numbers. Get the sum of the numbers. First 3 men and women with the correct sum shown to TJ will move on to stage 2, which is you jumping on the trampoline while on a moving big rig to collect a bunch of flags that are both that are all registered in different amount of point values. Whoever has the most points of the man and women are the winners, who make all the decisions and are safe.
But the big rig is not adjusted for your height.
No.
Oh,
it is not.
Okay.
Yeah, like,
well, there's no way that could work to someone's advantage more than anyone else's.
Even if they did adjust it to it, it would not have mattered.
It does not, because some people are just great at everything. And
some people are former professional, or not professional, collegiate athletes.
Well, think about it. Now he's playing slam ball. So like this is
maybe this was his inspiration. Was this challenge? He's like, now I'm gonna do slam ball.
Okay. Well, sorry everyone. This is not fair, because Sebastian is not only good at math, he's also good at jumping on trampolines.
Which also
fun fact, kids.
Which also least surprising thing in the world.
He's
the
also
trampoline part, not the math.
Yeah. He's also good at marijuana. And he loves a good pale ale. Not surprising. I love
middle name aficionado.
What's that?
Middle name aficionado.
Yes, he's also good on middle names. He would hate me right now. I don't have a middle name. I'm like my ID. I'm Jonny Fairplay.
No, but tell me, what's your middle name?
Yeah, I know. It would be the longest night of my life. Sebastian on really good weed and IPAs and asking my middle name. It would never end. Oh, all right. Well,
but he does a good job. Tori once again does like a good job. Definitely a harder comp for the round 2 part for the women in general.
God, Tori died twice.
Poor Michelle.
Yeah, the amount of times that they landed on like the bar of the trampoline.
Yeah, my girlfriend's sitting there. She goes, step towards the front of the trampoline when you jump. Because a vehicle is moving, and it's called gravity.
But you see, the issue was they were just jumping the entire time.
Oh, they were jumping the entire time.
So what you should have just done, what you should do is
just
be 6'5", and just do one jump.
Oh, you don't have to jump. You just raise your hand up.
I do also feel like I have to say, because it's going to get brushed over, I could not stop laughing while Josh was doing his run.
Oh,
I love Josh, but it was the most goofball way of jumping on that trampoline. It gave me joy. So I say this at
Josh has good hair going right now.
He does. Good hair game.
Who knew? Like, why did Josh have his hair so short before now?
I think it's, it's like that people go through those phases when they're on their younger side where they're like,
they don't know no better?
It has to be like the buzz cut, you line up everything. And then when you get a little bit older, you're like, oh, I can actually style my hair a bit.
Yeah. Alex, you got some curls in there if you let it go, right?
Oh, yeah.
Let it go.
I did in college. It did not look good.
You need the right product. I'll help you out with the product. The key is product. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I had some bad hair days too when before I learned about product. So I just left the yard. Don't worry. But actually, I just got a haircut.
You're looking fresh.
I just have bad lighting right now. Anyway, yeah. So 2 jumps for Fessel. He wins, and then Tori wins, and it's time for a web call with Kate and Margot and Chris Underwood. And Chris Underwood is a little worried, as well he should be.
Yeah, and he's seeing the forest for the trees, He's like, I should be good. Like, the people that I have felt on my end, I haven't really told them that they're my top 4 people. They were all in the position to get power. Fessel's like my number 2, maybe my number 3 guy. He's obviously going to keep me safe. But it's like, I think at that point, you just have to be like, I have to just get ready for elimination. Just figure it out. I'm glad that he tried. I'm glad that he was messy and was like, just vote in a girl. I'm going to go to every single person and say a different girl's name. And it will work. But it won't.
Oh, for the record, I invited Chris Underwood to join us. He saw it and didn't reply.
Well, he probably thought it was a request from an article.
Yes, yeah. Probably.
Oh, I didn't realize I had to be live for it.
Yeah.
Would love to hear from him, though. Like,
I know.
I'm loving him on the season. The producers love him.
I've been nice this entire time. Don't make me turn on you, Chris Underwood. I will.
Like the rest of the house?
Yeah, right? Jeez. Hold on. I'm going to give it 1 extra second. There we go.
Well, while Johnny's doing that, this is where I'm going to.
I totally forgot that I invited him. Now I'm pissed off. So he literally saw it and didn't reply. So no, F you.
Well, this is where I'm going to give Fessel some kudos. He wins this round. He knows he won a round with Tori, who's obviously protecting the survivor women and the vets. If it was up to him, I would just be throwing these betas, Bananas and Wes in. They just get to be. They just do a good social game each time, and then they win and they talk about how great they are. Don't they know it's about being able to stand and do a broad jump because you're 6'5"?
Yeah.
They're only somewhat athletic. It's not their fault.
Well, I mean, the t-shirt's available.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but that's what he wants here.
He does. It's Cassie and Chris Underwood, and he does do the sorry man, kind of. And apparently, so this bothers Cassidy, and as a result, she has to partially show a nipple that they have to blur while she's in negligee. And I'm just like, wow, how did that happen, CBS? Anyway, so to the club. Corey is 240 pounds, and as a result, Sebastian's calling him out, and Tori's like, why are you doing that? And as a result, at the end of the game, Tori doesn't seem that upset.
No,
well, it's weird that because from what we know is, sure, he tries to hide into it saying, oh, Chris told me, but from what we think is, okay, Chris is Sebastian's number 1. That's not the time to take a shot at Corey.
No, and it's just like,
I don't think this was Chris's idea. I think this is
I don't.
Sebastian's.
It was not.
Yeah.
It's Sebastian who has been in a great position all game.
Yeah.
All game. Now suddenly deciding, oh, I can flex on these people and get what I want.
Wrong time to make this move.
It's like when you play long enough in a certain style, and his style has been, I'm going to attach myself and flirt with Tori. Like that's going to be what I'm doing in this house. Once you change and you pivot, and now you're suddenly like, oh, let me test out with all these people who have just aligned with the vets. Like, hey, let's go after a vet here.
Yeah.
They're all going to be like, no, buddy. No.
Yeah. No, the answer was Tyler.
Yeah. The answer is Tyler. And even then, like, you'll get the Survivor women. You like, obviously you won't get Fessel, or like Josh probably wouldn't do that because of the Big Brother connection, but who cares?
Yeah. I mean, so Corey tells the Survivor girls his plan of Corey, and they're like, yeah, we're not really feeling it because he's never said our name. And I'm like, and we want to run the finale with him, TJ's final with him. So sorry.
I will say, of the people still in this game, before his name was brought up, during that episode, I actually forgot Corey was on the season.
I did too. Yeah.
It's been a while.
I mean, for someone that was like it's such prominent features, on the advertising, yeah, you would.
He hasn't been there.
Yeah. So, but hey, maybe we'll get there. Who knows? Yeah. Michaela tells Cassidy. Michaela tells Cassidy Sebastian's plan. And then Corey tells Michaela that Underwood wants Chanel or Michaela. And then he tells Cassidy about
everyone tells everyone everything.
Everyone tells everyone, yeah. And the moral of the story is Chris is burning bridges everywhere.
And I love it. And Wes loves it.
Yes.
Wes will make you know that he loves it. And he's like, I also want him to come back.
Yes.
Because he sucks.
Corey calls out Sebastian for calling him out. Then Sebastian throws Chris under the bus. And then Chris goes to the veterans, and they literally laugh at him in his face. And I'm like, holy smokes, my boy Chris Underwood, who
he's down bad,
who likes to leave people on red, is a mess. So that's fine.
I did find it weird. There was a confessional from Desi.
That he left me on red. I did too.
Oh yeah, well
I'll remember this shit. Don't worry.
Yeah. But Desi,
for the record, I did forget that, that I asked him. I had to do yard work. It's fine.
Yeah, but like, we had a confessional from Desi when the nominations were announced. She's like, "These are the noms that I would want to do." Like, Chris is squirrely, but then she was like, "Cassie is the one who's going to make a big move," and I was like, "We haven't really. That hasn't translated. Like, Cassie's whole thing this entire time has been like, I'm Survivor strong." Yeah. So like, I didn't quite understand that logic, and it's either we're just missing those conversations because they're not important.
I think the fact that all those girls are in one room and Cassie's is in the room with Tori, and I think there's an assumption.
So they're just putting two and two together of like, well, if she can't put Tori in, it's obviously one of us. So she obviously wants to make a big move. Okay, well, I can get that.
I think it's also like, I mean, it's like most friend groups.
Bedroom alliances. Sorry, Dan, real quick. Bedroom alliances are huge in reality television. Like, trust me.
Beds are important.
Yeah. So the beds are important, but it's like most like friend groups where it's like, there's like 8 of us, but then it's like, but there's like core 4. And it's like, Cassidy's with us, but she's not a core member. And as we keep dwindling numbers, she's just going to become expendable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Well, it's time to vote, and everyone must be out of clothes at this point because almost everyone's shirt is digitized as they go to vote. It was laundry day, and they're just like, "Oh, wear the shirt you bought from Argentina." So names going into the hopper are Sebastian, Tyler, Alyssa, and Bananas. And out of the Dennis Hopper, it's Sebastian, and the eliminator is Trick Trip Boom. What is Trick Trick Boom? Alex.
It's trick shots, or as Sebastian likes to tell us, it's TikTok challenges. But
that's when I wanted him to lose.
Yeah. So you start on your tower that's filled with balls. They're just reusing those balls. They're like, we will keep using them. You're going to race down the ladder, gather 3 barrels that have panels on them, and place them perfectly with the corresponding color barrel, then throw balls to make the perfect trick shot. Once you complete it with the 3 panels, then you add the 2 sideway panels, and once you make a trick shot with the 3 regular panels and the 2 sideway ones, you win.
Yeah. So Tori's is it Tori that says Sebastian looks like he just left a beer pong thing?
I think.
I believe
Like,
so.
I think it's Tori as well. No, like Sebastian, like beer pong, I feel is a much younger man's game. Like I don't think Sebastian looks old, but I don't look at Sebastian like I think Sebastian just left a festival and he could get arrested at any moment for for a variety of reasons. So no, if anyone is the more experienced beer pong player, based on Chris Underwood's dad bod, it's Chris Underwood. Like this guy, he's got frat boy beer pong trophies in his house, I'm sure.
Oh, Wes is jealous.
Oh,
don't talk about trophies.
Yeah.
Did you know I had to get a bigger house just to put them in? There's
just his beer pong trophies. Well, no, Chris had to get
trophies.
another condo to put his beer pong trophies, but he's looking to build a house,
a home.
Because he has a family.
Yeah.
So, but don't you think that that Chris Underwood has played a lot of beer pong in his life?
Yeah.
Much more.
No.
Sebastian doesn't seem like Sebastian. Sebastian looks like the kind of guy who's just like, yeah, this is cool, but doesn't even know the rules.
No, Sebastian's high or out on a boat. Chris Underwood's making sex socks.
Yeah, sex socks and playing beer pong like cool dudes do. Yeah,
exactly.
So, no, this is unfair. So, and Chris is a scientist, according to Michaela or whoever else said off-putting things about Chris Underwood, which is most of them. All right, well, Underwood wins, and we end with TJ saying, without saying it, we are in the pointy end of the game.
Ooh.
If only someone else could say that on another show.
Maybe they do. Maybe they asked him to re-say it a few times.
Yeah. Well, guess what?
Yeah.
I
guess we'll never know. But another good 2 episodes. Still really enjoying the season. Interested to see what's going on. Looks like next week's episode looks more like mini final style daily. So I'm all for it. I'm excited to see what happens. Yeah.
Get to see Josh have a breakdown. It's going to be great.
When does this end? In 12 episodes, right?
It has to be soon.
I feel like it ends the week. All right.
It's probably 3 more episodes.
I'm guessing 3 more because rumor and innuendo was it ends the week before House of Villains, and that's what we're doing Thursday nights at 10.
So I think it will end. Yeah, House of Villains should be 4 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so a couple more boots and then a final. We're almost there, guys.
We're almost there.
Yeah. Has your winner picks changed at all?
I don't even remember who my winner picks are.
I just know I had Desi for the women.
I don't as well.
Oh, I think I picked bananas, right?
You picked bananas, and I think you picked Cassidy.
Did I?
I think you did. It was I believe it was Cassidy, but I could be wrong. I'm not actually going to go back and listen to figure out who it was, but
I think I picked Noel from I don't care. Whatever.
But hey, we're getting close now. Keep staying subscribed here or wherever you're listening to us, because House of Villains is on the way. Survivor's on the way.
Yeah, all the good stuff. And join me live for viewing parties. Go to survivortix.com or villaintix.com. They all take you to the same place. So, go to survivortix.com, villaintix.com. Join me. I'm going to be in New York, Chicago, Boston, Cincinnati, Fort Lauderdale. I feel like there's something else. A bunch of places. Get ready. It's nuts. I'm excited. House of Villains is coming out October 12th. And yes, thank you, everyone. You guys are awesome. Leave a 5-star review. It takes 2 seconds. You're great.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you, Dan. Thank you. You guys want to pitch? Where are you at, Dan?
At Montchal 4.
All right. Where are you at, Alex?
At Atrius 95.
All right. I'm at Jonny Fairplay. No H in Jonny. Go to johnnyfairplay.com. Until next time.